Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It is OG Chizzy Beats, and even though I'm not in this intro, I will be in the rest of the video, so keep watching. So as you guys all know, it's getting warm, summer's approaching, the vaccine is out, and I'm predicting that this summer is going to have vibes similar of 2016 or 2018, where the vibes were Caribbean beats, Afro beats, dancehall, blem, Controlla, go on, big up yourself. So because of that, I'm going to be making a beat like that. I even think DeVito and Drake are doing something. So this beat is definitely going to show you guys how I would make like a dancehall type beat. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set the tempo. So I'm going to lower this to 96, and when you're doing dance hall, you can be anywhere between 90 and like 110. So I'm just choosing 96. And I have a melody already in my head. I know, mind blowing that I'm going straight into a melody, not chords, but that's what we're doing today. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down this melody in my head before it just disappears. It's literally that simple. Okay, so it's a little vibe. So now I'm going to go and pick a sound from this drum kit and load it up and build my chords. So what I usually do to build my chords is find the top note first and then make the rest of the chords. So that's what I'm doing right here. So now that I have the top line of my chords, I'm just going to reverse engineer the chords. I'm using the major and minor pattern and sometimes breaking the rules. So after fumbling through all of this, this is the end product. So as you see, these chords really complement that little melody that I came up with, and the song is starting to sound full. So now what I'm going to do is show you guys the sauce. You need a rim shot. So this is how you start making bouncy drums that are very reminiscent. I'm just going to drop the rim shot into the clap and show you the pattern that makes it sound Caribbean or Afrobeat-ish. So I'm going to show you in detail. So if you know a little bit about music, you know you can divide a note up several different ways. And what this is the part of the beat. So if you count, it's 1 E and So I'm putting the first drum there, putting the second drum there, and then just following that same pattern. Write that down. And if that was confusing, you can just copy what I did here and put it into your own DAW. And now I'm going to layer it up with a clap. Just adds a little bit more texture. So I'm feeling the vibe. Like, we only have 3 elements of the beat, but I'm feeling the vibe. So now I'm going to copy and paste the chords that I came up with, and I'm going to arpeggiate them. And I'm going to show you what I mean by arpeggiate them. Basically, move over the notes in the chord one space and make it look like a staircase, and that adds some movement to the chords. So this is a quick way just to add movement to your beat, and it kind of acts as a melody as well. And I'm going to replace this with a guitar. So it's a very short guitar, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to add some effects to it just to give it some space, a little bit of reverb. And it's starting to come together. So I'm going to add a kick just to get the groove. So I like this. I'm just going to keep this little basic pattern because I know I'm going to add other elements later. So now I'm adding the hi-hat, and I'm going to fill in every step. And I'm going to manipulate the velocity, just make it every other. And it's a cool sound or whatever, but I want something that has a little bit more character, so I'm going to switch out the hi-hat. This is more like up front. Nod my head a little bit, I'm feeling the vibes. So now I'm going to mute some of the drums and add another element to the beat, another melodic element. It's just like a little bit of a pluck from a guitar. And if y'all don't have Expand, like, I really love Expand. I feel like it's really upgraded my sound selection, and I just love the different types of sounds they have here. So like I said, this is just going to be a few plucks. Like, I don't want anything too crazy. And that's literally it. I just wanted that. So Control Beat. Checking the vibes, of course. So it's coming together, but I know it needs something else. So I'm going to add some ambiance from Expand 2. It's just a pad that I found, and it kind of sounds like children singing / screaming, but it adds like ambience and fills up the space. I'm gonna add some effects to it. And now I'm going to add one more melody. So I'm gonna go into my bells and find something. Now I'm gonna quickly put in that melody. This is what I came up with, and this is how it sounds. So I think I'm done with melodies at this point. This sounds really good to me. Let me add the drums back in. Okay. It's sounding good, but you know what we're missing? An 808 and some more drums. So let me go ahead and go pick out an 808 that I like. So Toast, this sounds really good to me. It's nice and round and fat. Okay, let me just draw out this 808. And whenever you're doing 808s, don't just think of it as a drum. Think of it as another melody, because it has different like notes. Like, it doesn't just sound like a regular drum. So make sure it acts as another melody. I felt that. So at the end of the day, this is what I came up with. It's nice and basic, and I'm just going to copy and paste it over. So the beat is sounding good, but this is where you got to go dummy, go stupid, go crazy with some other perks, because if you listen to Afro beats or Caribbean beats, you know that it has a lot of drums. So I'm going into this kit and picking out some perks that I want to add. So after 12 hours, this is what I came up with. And I really could have gone crazier, and I'm going to add some more stuff, but it's really up to you. Go as crazy as you want with the perks that you add to an Afro beat / Caribbean beat. You guys can't see what I was doing, but I was manipulating the velocities right there. I'm going to add this box. And I just manipulated that box a little bit to make it sound kind of underwater. drums are interesting, you know the beat is going to sound good. So just take your time, go as detailed, go as crazy as you want with the drums. I'm going to add in some of the elements back in. The vibes, y'all. I can hear it. I see myself in the islands listening to this. So I'm going to add one more element. I'm going to add another vox from the Monty Booker collection, and this is Shabba Ranks. So if you know Shabba Ranks, very big dance hall artist, and it's out of time. So I'm just gonna stretch it to half, and then I'm going to manipulate the vox. So the vox is cool by itself, but I want to add something more to it. So I am going to go into gross beat and manipulate with it. So I'm playing with some of these patterns. And as you can see, I like this one. It just manipulates it a little bit. So I'm gonna add the drums back in, like all the elements, and basically we are done. Now it's just all about mixing and arranging, which is the bane of my existence. I really always put that off to the last minute. And y'all can't see it because I was just like powering my way through this beat, but I have the same face on. I definitely have that on. But yeah, that is really it, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you've made it all the way to the end, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see from me next. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to arrange this and play out the beat for you guys right about now.
Perfection.